Baby, let me give it to you. Whatever you need, I got it. You need to know anything. You just ask and I'll provide. Whatever you want, I got it.
Hey, welcome to Looking for Love. I'm your host, Tray Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. We've been MIA for 2 weeks because we both had some things going on. Busy life, busy lives. And what's up, Lamar? Miss you.
Miss you too, man. Been 2 weeks. Oh man, it's just been.
Oh my goodness. I
Man,
felt like my husband left me or something. I don't know. I was like, yo, I'm antsy. I was like, where my dude at? Like, I can't do this.
That's why I called you out the blue. I was like, man, I ain't heard your voice. I ain't seen you. I'm like, man, like, what's going on? But no, I understand. We had obligations that we had to take care of.
We did. We both, working, moving, moving and out of here. Like, it's crazy right now. But how you feel? How you doing? What's new?
I got bronchitis. I was in Boston last week, and the weather was, low 60s, high 50s, and it did. And then the allergies kicked in, and so on and so on and so on. So I'm good. Got my steroid shot today, so I'm feeling better. I should be feeling better.
All right, Texas ain't used to that cold weather. See your body. Wait a minute. Where's the Texas heat at? Like, what's going on? Again, I got a lot going on. I'm moving. I broke out in a rash from something I ate. I had an allergic reaction. So I'm just like, oh no, what is going on? So don't talk about my hair, Al.
Al came in hot.
Okay, hold on. This is not a wig. First of all, let me say this. This is not a wig.
Running fingers to you.
Let me tell you, this is all mine and it's all natural, but I've been at the gym and I had it up in a bun. And then today I had to just pull it down for the show. But baby, this ain't no wig. This is pullable.
I like messy hair. So, that was a thing. Like when I was younger, I always, growing up, you always like the light-skinned girls with the straight hair and stuff like that. So ever since I got divorced, it's all been curly hair. So everyone, all my buddies, they go like, line them all up. And they go like, man, like, dog, you got a type. And I do. I mean, it is what it is. I like what I like. So, but.
Yeah. But you remember I used to wear my hair big.
Yeah.
But it's too long now, so it gets tangled and it makes me nervous because it be coming out. So I got to straighten it tomorrow. I'm washing and straightening it tomorrow because this too much.
I wish more Black women would embrace just whatever the natural texture of their hair and then spend the appropriate money to go get it taken care of by a professional so it can look its best. So, it doesn't matter what the texture of your hair is. There's someone that can do it without putting a bunch of chemicals in it. So I don't know.
Ain't no chemicals in mine, but I can't be sitting in a beauty parlor with all that. So I do it myself, but this gonna be straight next time you see me because I can't be this. You don't know. You don't know. You don't understand how much hair.
I get it. I got out the hair game like 20 years ago. I shaved my head in solidarity. My mom had an aneurysm, and my hair was like, it was nice knowing you, buddy.
It won't even fit in the frame. It won't even fit in the frame. So if this is your first time here, let me let y'all know what our run of show is. The first thing we do is we do our What Would You Do segment where we answer our viewers' questions, and they piling up because we've been gone for 2 weeks. And then we do our Let's Sip on That, and we give you the Licka because what we're going to talk about is stronger than the tea. And then we do our Beauty and the Beast segment, which is our health and wellness segment. We give you a tip of the week, and our disclaimer for that is don't do any of these tips, any of these medical tips, any of these exercises without first consulting your physician. These are only tips. We ain't telling nobody do not. We are not doctors or physicians, so you got to go check with your doctor first. And then we do our final thoughts, and then we send you on your way and hope that you'll come back next week and see us. If you are enjoying the show at any time, there's a thank you button underneath a super. You can hit that button and you can support us any way you would like. We would appreciate it because it keeps us going. And over on TikTok, we need y'all to come over to YouTube, to the New U Nation Network YouTube channel, so you can see Lamar, so you can see both of us, and you can engage in a conversation, and we can see your comments on the screen. And for our live guests on YouTube, if you have a question, we'll answer your question first because you're here with us and we appreciate you. So we're going to get started with our first segment, and that is our What Would You Do? if it was you, and these are just our opinions, so whatever you do is on you. So let's get to it. My husband had an extramarital affair many years ago. To my surprise, when he passed away last year, a 32-year-old woman showed up to the funeral. It was his daughter. She presented pictures with him and letters from him, so she is his daughter. He never told me about this child. Now she's contesting the will because everything was left to me and our two children. We are not rich but have done well for ourselves. She's asking for a certain dollar amount in one of our properties to stop the legal action. What would you do? I let her go through the legal action. I ain't giving you nothing. Your father ain't leave you nothing. Your mama was you. Never mind. Go ahead, Lamar.
No, I mean it's true. I mean he should have had his things in order. So I mean let the law do what the law does. I mean it's not your responsibility to make it right because God knows my grandfather he gave everybody the raw stick.
Oh no, your grandfather was a Rolling Stone.
No, he just left everything to his sister's kids. My dad, everything. I tell my dad talk about it all the time. I said, Dad, you fumbled. I mean, my grandfather did pretty well. I mean, he was out in California in the '60s and had a home and
he left everything. He didn't give your father nothing.
Nobody that came from him. So I told my dad, I said, give him forewarning. I said, when you go to heaven, let him know when he sees me, he's going to take a punch in the stomach. Then we can be cool again.
So he had kids by a different woman or all by the same woman? He just didn't give your father?
Two different. And one, the daughter that he had, she passed away a couple of years before. So her kids didn't get anything either. So her kids, my dad, all his kids, grandkids, nada. So.
Wow.
That's how it rolls. He's due a punch in the stomach when I see him.
Listen, this is my thing. This man, you had a relationship clearly because you had pictures with your dad and letters from him. If he wanted to leave you something, he would have. Clearly, he didn't value the relationship. And I hate to say this to the young woman, but clearly to the wife, clearly he didn't value the relationship enough with his daughter that he would tell you about her. He got a 32-year-old daughter, and this was from a side chick. And he didn't tell you about her, so he didn't value her enough to come to you and say, you already know he went out on marriage, but I have a child, and he didn't acknowledge her with you and her other brothers and sisters. So let her go through first of all, you ain't gonna come to me and bully me about giving you a property and my money, or you gonna take legal action. Well, you go right on ahead because a will is a will. It's a guaranteed contract. You can contest it all you want, but that judge gonna tell you this what the will say. Everything go to her and her kids. So when I see you, and I'm sure there was an insurance policy because she said they did well for themselves. So let her go and do her thing, and don't give her nothing. Because if she'd have came differently, I might have. If a person comes to me the right way, I may have said, you know what? I get it. This is your dad. Let me break you off a little something, depending on how much I got. But when you come and demand something from me, we on the court.
It's sad when you die, boy, when people be fighting over money and stuff like that, and you gone.
But everybody does it, even if it wasn't an outside baby. Easy E said, this world is messy. I hate people. Yeah, yes, it's very messy. Like, the things we hear is crazy. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tray Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're doing our What Would You Do segment, and we're going to get to our next question. We hope that was helpful. Don't give her nothing. Let her go through the court. Let them figure it out. Keep your coins, and maybe I would encourage you to introduce her to her brothers and sisters, just in case you don't want them to run into each other and have kids. So that'd be the dilemma. She showed up at the funeral, so you gotta be careful. I found out my husband is on a dating site. I started interacting with him because we were an almost perfect match because I know everything about him. He doesn't realize it's me. I thought we had a decent relationship. He is telling me this other woman how horrible our marriage was, and that's why he's in the process of divorce. By the way, we are not in the process of divorce. We live as a happy couple in everyone's eyes, including mine. I am baffled. Our marriage is not perfect, but it's not terrible either, so I thought. I really don't know how to handle this. I haven't confronted him at this point. One thing I can say is he's much happier with the other woman. My family says I should leave him. What do you guys think? Woo.
I think it's an opportunity for y'all to be very honest and transparent with one another. Obviously, you are getting along. I mean, this is headed towards divorce. The only thing that can stop it is being honest with each other and saying, "Listen, this is what I've been doing. I caught you doing this. Let's fix it. If you want to fix this,
it's me you're talking to.
Yeah, it's me. I've been talking to you the whole time. Like you like it. So where's the disconnect? That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean, lay it all out. Say, listen, either we can fix this or we can just get divorced. It's either or. What do you want to do? You clearly haven't gone through the act of cheating. You're thinking of it, but you see how it is. This is, I don't know. I think depending on how long y'all been together, again, I'm not an advocate for divorce. I'm just not. It's just like you gotta turn over every stone until you go like, you know what? I've exhausted myself, and divorce is the last option.
If I don't trust you, it's over. Like you really think no. Sis, let me just say this to her. He really thinks that he's talking to another woman, talking bad about your marriage, talking bad about you. He really thinks that he's talking to another person. So how do you get past that? And I'm only speaking for myself. And again, what would I do? Not what you should do. Because you have to decide for yourself. Because every night when you wake up, if you decide based on what your family says, leave him, then you're going to blame them. Now, if you decide for yourself, you get to lay there and be like, Dad, I messed up. But this is what I would not be with him because I don't trust him. You on a whole dating site thinking that you're talking to somebody else and you talking to me and you talking shit about me. And
I don't disagree that that's tough, but if they've been married 25 years,
I would keep you married 50 years. You're a
liar. Sometimes you got to fix it, just because what's waiting for you out here is not what you think, it's not what you want. And sometimes the liar and cheater that's under your roof, you can kind of all that, but
kind of nothing. I'm sorry. Like,
listen. I'm back on dating sites, and the women that I'm seeing on these dating sites, they ain't got a chance. They don't
always talk about Lamar. One thing we always talk about, always, and we were just talking about this before we came on. My peace of mind is priceless. I'm not giving that to nobody. Once I don't trust you, my peace of mind is disrupted. No matter how much I want to fix it, once I don't trust you, I cannot move forward.
That's us coming into our second opportunity for love the right way. We're talking about what about you've been together with your first love that you don't know anything different and you're trying to fix it. It's like 25 years. I tried to fix it. It just at the time, she was like most women thinking her value was the same as it when she exited the market. So you exit the market at 25 years old, you come back at 45 years old, you are not prime meat anymore. It's just a reality of it. She wasn't. So she's thinking she's going to walk right back into it. And everywhere she go, every guy's trying to get her. Yeah, every guy's trying to get you. They're trying to fuck you. That's it. That's the difference. And the game changed in 20 years. So I think if you think forward and really have a heart-to-heart with yourself, most women should fix whatever. I had a coworker. I talked to her, and she briefly said, I'm getting a divorce. And I was like, well, who asked for it? She said, I did. I said, why? And she could not even explain to me why she really wanted a divorce.
That's different. This is a whole different thing.
No, but I'm just saying the guy is absolutely wrong. You are absolutely right. But depending on where they are and how long they've been together, it's worth fixing as opposed to her getting back out there dealing with what's out here.
Grace said, you still don't have to settle for anything. That's right, Grace. That's what I was about to say, Grace. No matter what you say, Lamar, listen, and I respect, I 100% respect your opinion about when you was 25, you was prime, when you 50, you not. That does not mean that I'm supposed to just let some man shit on me because I'm not prime real estate to him.
He was verbally, abusive. But what I'm saying is they haven't hit the point of no return. There's been some very foul things said, but it's not like you can't fix that.
Now I know how you feel. You don't like
That's
me.
good. Everybody should know how you feel. It's like you should be able to lead and be honest in your relationship. I will never be in a relationship where I can't be honest. If your feelings are paper tissue, listen, you're not built for me. I can tell you that right now because I lead with, I'm not here to hurt your feelings, but I am going to tell you what's on my mind. And sometimes you're not going to like it. And that doesn't mean that I dislike you. It's just, I'm just telling you. So it's just.
Again, my whole thing is two things about me: trust and loyalty. When those things are broken, I really don't want to have nothing to do with any person, whether it's man, woman, or child. Once trust and loyalty are broken and you show me who you are, I believe you. You think you're talking to a whole nother woman, and it's me listening to you talk bad about me. It's me listening to you probably talking about when we gonna get together, and blah blah this and that, and you said, no, I'm sorry. And again, for her, you get to decide for you, but for me, I really couldn't stay in a relationship where
it would be very difficult. It would be very difficult. I agree with you.
Yes.
But if both of them, it's 300 pounds each, it's like, don't blow up. It's like, don't think better's waiting for you, man. I'm just telling you. At this age, there's a higher probability that both parties are not in the best shape. So that being said, fix it. It's like nobody wants y'all. Nobody want either one of y'all. So fix it. So ain't nobody has higher value at some point. So.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, sis, and I'm sure if he's on a dating site, you're not the only woman that he's talking to. I'm sure he's spitting this to all different women, and we're not even sure if he's gone outside of that and met up with women or went on a date or whatever, because he's telling people, I'm separated, my marriage was trash and all of that. So I'm sorry, I would exit stage left too. So we're going to get to our next question. Once trust is gone for me, the whole thing is over. I don't have nothing to do with you. I'm sorry. Hey, Mr. Mills, let's shout some people out, Lamar.
All right.
Go.
Al's taking over.
What's up, Al? Hey, Blue Sapphire, we see you in the building. Dr. L, what's good, Dr. L? Long time no see. Over here on TikTok, hey, Above Ground, Cool Grandma. Mr. Mills, we need y'all to come over to YouTube, to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Subscribe, share, and come on over here so we can see your comments on the screen. Hey, Dorney, what's up? I see y'all. Shouting me out. So we're going to get to our next question. I just found out I'm 8 weeks pregnant. I've been cheating on my husband for almost a year. I'm not sure who the father is at this point. We have been trying to conceive for 6 years and finally let it go. Not being able to get pregnant caused a lot of stress in our marriage, hence why I went outside our marriage. I'm finally pregnant at 43, and this may be it for me. So I do not want to terminate. Should I tell my husband? No.
You need to leave that man alone. Because clearly he was the one that was causing the infertile problems. So that is a horrible mess. I don't even know what to say about that. That is.
Maybe he wasn't the one that caused the infertile problem. Maybe it just wasn't. See, I remember when I had my oldest son, I was with my husband, my ex-husband, from the time I was 17. I didn't get pregnant till I was 25.
Y'all was just raw dogging it and just.
Oh, yes. Yes, we were. We were. Style, pigeon toe, everything.
That fool's pull-out game was wicked. It's a pull-out wicked game there. 8 years? Damn.
It wasn't no pulling out because we wasn't.
I've been saying this. Something was said. My ex-wife was on birth control for 10 years. We started trying. She got off for 6 weeks pregnant. I was like, man, I thought I was going to have a little bit more runway and trial time.
No, so I'm saying he might not have been the problem. Like stress and stuff for women will cause our body. Now that she said they had stopped trying and they was relaxing and she found and she was chilling, she might have been the problem because she was stressing. I'm telling you, because I was going through procedures to try to get pregnant when I was like 23 because it had, you know, we was trying. And then when I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, no. We stopped and we was chilling. I got pregnant. And then it took me another almost 5 years to get pregnant with my second son. So I have the 30-year-old, the 25-year-old, and then I have the 16-year-old because I was with my ex. We weren't using no protection. It just took, and then when we broke up and I spun the block, Lord have mercy. Never mind. Listen, let me say this. I would, and this, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you can wait until you have the baby and get tested with the other man to see if it's his, right? Listen, Lamar, I'm just telling her the scenarios. You could wait to get tested and with the other man when you have the baby. Y'all can go get a DNA test. And this is the side dude, so he ain't gonna mind. And if it's his, then you'll know. If it's not, you don't have to hurt your husband. And you have to stop with this side dude. But you have a dilemma that if it is his, your husband will be like, you've been lying to me for 9 months. Like, you let me think that this was my child for 9 months. So I always say honesty is the best policy. Even though it might end your marriage.
Leave ASAP, because now you are in a very volatile situation because this man has been trying to conceive with you. And now you're going to tell him it potentially may not be his. That is.
You're gonna tell him when she leaves.
She needs to get out of there and then say the reason I left is because I have been cheating. Now, the message, listen, I was an avid cheater and I don't condone cheating. But one thing I did not do, I wasn't out there raw dogging, cheating, man. It's like, what is wrong with people to be out here raw dogging?
If you tell your husband the truth, your marriage is probably over.
Oh, it's definitely over. It's over. You want it to be over because you don't want this to come out and you're any way, shape, form, or fashion attached to this man. He is going to snap. Listen, there's been things that people have shown up and they're getting DNA swabs of their kids. And one guy was like, all three of his kids weren't his. He showed up to her job and went bananas. It's like, man, you can't be playing with men like this no more. Leave.
I would say, because if it's his, then you got to come back and tell him it's his after you told him you left because you were just leaving, because he doesn't know, clearly he don't know you're pregnant yet. So if you leave and you have the baby and you go get the baby tested and it's his, you got to come back. So you're in a mess, girl. You're just in a mess.
That's what I'm saying. You are in a horrible mess. Your decision-making skills are horrible. Why?
I wouldn't tell him by myself. I wouldn't be alone with him and tell him anything like this.
Get out. And just get out, because that dude may not be. I can't even imagine if I'm married to a woman, we've been trying to have a child, and then she says I'm pregnant, but it ain't yours. I've been cheating.
But she don't know if it's his. That's what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying. But she has to assume it's not. She has to. There's a greater probability that it's not his. It's just a greater probability.
I told you it took me.
And then she said she didn't know who the father was. She's been cheating for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
she's out here raw dogging so many dudes.
No, I don't. She didn't say so many dudes. She just said
she's been cheating for. I took it as she.
Yeah, I'm assuming with one man.
It sounded like it was more then.
She said, "I just found out I'm 8 weeks pregnant. I've been cheating on my husband for almost 1 year." I'm assuming it's one man that she's been cheating.
But keep going. She said something about not knowing.
Yeah. I'm not sure who the father is at this point between
Oh, okay. Her and
two
okay.
men.
Okay.
I hope she ain't out here sleeping with a whole bunch of men.
Yeah,
Oh my God. That puts a whole nother spin.
She's not that dirty. She's just slightly dirty.
Because she relaxed. Yeah, she relaxed. That's what I'm saying. It might be his. A lot of women get pregnant once we stop stressing over and sticking, needles in our stomach and doing those intro and all of this stuff. I mean, I was trying and I was like, I'm not doing this. And then as soon as we stopped, a few months later, I was pregnant. So I just think that you're in a dangerous situation. One, we don't know the man. If he's mild mannered, but even mild mannered, I would be so upset. Like,
I mean, that's where you snap and you see red, and you just like you wake up in a cell and be like, "What I do?" You be like, "What you mean? What you do?" You be like, "What I do?" Be like,
yeah.
You gotta stop playing with stuff like that. It's just incredibly irresponsible.
It is. And again, like we always say, if the shoe was on the other foot.
I mean, you're cheating. At least have the dignity, the decency, and enough respect that you don't bring nothing home. And you go out and get pregnant. That is the ultimate disrespect to a man. Ultimate.
So many people do that though. Like it's crazy. Like the just side babies and side dudes and side chicks. Like even the men that they go out and get a woman pregnant. It's like, what are you thinking? Like you have a whole wife at home. Why would you do that?
I just raw sex is great, but it ain't. I mean, it doesn't. It ain't like hamburger helper and a filet mignon. It ain't that great of a difference. It's just like. It's primarily on the woman, it's how excited does she get? And if she don't get excited, bring some oil into the, whatever. It's like, man, I don't understand why you're willing to gamble everything, all the chips on the table. We'll be like, hey, raw dogging is it to get pregnant? Oh my God.
Nah, you gotta protect yourself. Not only to get pregnant, but there's diseases.
Yeah, it's like, let's just take the diseases out. Pregnant? Oh, you are reckless. I don't even know who you are. You're reckless.
Yeah, I don't I can't even, should I tell my husband?
No, leave. Be like, listen, this marriage is not gonna work. And he's going, what, baby? He's like, listen, it's not working. I can get out. Get all your shit and get out. And then be like, listen, I'm pregnant. I don't know if it's yours or the next dude. So you can hate me or whatever it is. I'm keeping the baby and I'm out. And you still need to be looking over your shoulder. Real talk. It ain't just like sayonara and you have a nice life. It's like
because he's gonna be angry because there's no reason for a divorce. And now and we live in a climate right now where people are just unstable. Everything's the last straw. So just be careful and
be very careful.
And
take it serious. I mean, sometimes there's cemeteries full of women who go, he would never. Don't do that. Go into it very seriously.
Those are the ones that be never and like never before. So
he would never do that. There's a lot of women in the cemetery thinking that way.
Wow. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, we're doing our segment, What Would You Do? We're answering our viewers' questions. We're going to get to our last question. Let's go. My wife decided she wanted to get separated for 6 months to take time apart to see if we could work through our marital issues or if it's just best to go our separate ways because she wasn't sure about divorce, but was unhappy in the home together because everything led to an argument. She decided we would start over and date. I never wanted this nonsense, but I agreed. I got a small apartment since it's just me. Our children are grown. The 6 months turned into 2 years because she kept saying she needed a little more time. Now that we've been apart for close to 2 years, I realize how unhappy I've been and how much sacrifices I've made to stay in an unhealthy situation. I've been in therapy the last 2 years to deal with the pain she's caused, requesting this separation, working out on a regular basis, started a business to keep busy, and my life is so peaceful. In capital letters, now she wants me back. And I'm done. She's talking about the vows we took till death do us part, and this was my plan all along. I've decided divorce is a better option. Am I wrong?
Hell no. Listen,
Uh-uh.
first off, kudos to a man, first off, to expose himself and to write into us. Thank you for your honesty and your transparency, first and foremost. Second, he has done the work on himself. He didn't ask for this. He didn't ask for this. So now when you get forced and you got to sit by yourself and he starts to change his life, he's in the gym, he's going to start a business, this and that. Oh, now you want me. Listen, you got options, brother. I've done the same work. Your options have changed now. You are now a high value man. Your babies are grown. You got money. You done figured the game out. Have fun. Have fun. Reach out to me. I will give you game, brother.
Wait a minute. We just said we're not promoting divorce.
Now I'm with that. He's done the work. I am proud of any man that he's going to therapy. He wanted his marriage. She says 6 months. It turned into 2 years, and now he done figured it out. Hey, listen, you have just whatever you were used to dating, you went up 2 notches. That's how good life is.
But you said this before. You said a few shows back, you said separation, you will never get that man back once he outside.
Especially if it's worth anything. And this man, very few men do what this man has done. That's why I'm congratulating. So I hope he's watching. I hope he hears it. I hope somebody lets him know. I personally have done exactly what you've done, and you deserve better. You deserve. But
be careful, because outside ain't that nice on these dating sites and these women out here.
Listen, it's lovely for men that do the work, because we age differently. We are more desired. More younger women are going to be coming in. I can date from 25 to 65 if I want to. Lately, more younger women under the age of 30. And I'm past that, but they're there. But it's because I take care of myself. My daughter I don't have a child. I got my own place. I got a good job. I've been to therapy. Women pick up on that. The world is your oyster, my brother. And if each man would do the work that this man would be, a lot of the nonsense would stop with women, because men are doing the work. And it's only a small percentage of men. But these men, these are highly desired men that every woman wants to date now. So that's why he has options.
Right. I don't think he's wrong. I just think the women that are listening right now, sometimes we think the grass is greener. Sometimes we think we're missing out. And a lot of times, because what we're looking at, what we're seeing on social media, we're seeing these women out here, these basketball wives and these loving hip hop artists, and we see them outside, and we see, our single friends outside, and we think we're missing something. There's nothing outside. I'm just saying this because I'm outside, and I'm like, there's nothing outside. If you have and I say this all the time, if you have a decent man that is handling his business, you do not want to say, I want a season of separation to see if I want to be with you, and give him the opportunity to work on himself, number one, because he said, I realized how he didn't even know that he was in an unhappy situation. He was just going through life like.
But that's men. That is a man. And that's what women don't understand, is men will put that happy face on for their family. They say it all the time on Instagram. A man will sacrifice his happiness for his family. A woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. I'm saying, man, it's like men, every man that's been married understands this. It's built in us to just make you guys happy. But then when we get to the point where you're taking less than the less, and you're like, damn, this is what you over here, you got a whole pizza, but I got one little piece, and you looking at me like, oh, that's good for you. You can survive on that. And then little by little, that you cut that in half. It's that a woman never stops. She just keeps taking more and more and more and more until you're left with, you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to. You're going to have to be like, listen, we can't, this ain't going to work.
Not all women.
Not all. I'm not saying all women. A woman of that character that acts like that, that does it, that treats her man like that. They go, hey, I wanna go outside for a little bit, and then it backfire. This is a great example of you get what you deserve. Just like what's her name, Tia Mowry. You get. That's why I love the taste of your tears. They taste lovely because you deserve it. Every tear that you cry, yummy, yummy, yummy. I love it.
Hey, y'all, Lamar's on one tonight. This is right down his alley.
It is my alley because I'm an advocate for men doing the work on themselves. You know, and if there was a way, I wish I had a bigger reach. And when we become bigger, it was one of my spinoff is going to be like what Andrew Tate, but not to that extent. It's just to teach men the things, how to make themselves interesting, that you have a voice. It's not about being sassy. It's just about that, man, this is me. This is what I've done the work. But a lot of men have got to start doing the work.
So you guys stay tuned for Lad. That's Lamar's new show that's coming. It just came in my mind. Lamar After Dark. Lad.
Hey, let's do it.
Stay tuned for Lad. He's gonna have his own show. He just said he's gonna have his spinoff. He leaving me. We still
I'm like, we join at the hip. We join all of the hip. We join.
He's gonna have Lad, Lamar After Dark. So y'all stay tuned because y'all hold him to that. Because he just said he want his spinoff. And that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start planning that. Alan put it in the chat. Lamar After Dark, man. Yes, we about to do. We about to set him loose.
Hey, I will give men game, you know, and I just had a conversation with a young lady, and as growing up as a very tall, lanky kid with no really, you know, direction, raised by a woman, to figure it out and turn into a man that, you know, being divorced and figuring it out. I'm a monster in these streets. I'm telling you, I'm a monster. And that's why
the sheets. No,
I tell any woman, listen, if you are emotionally immature, you do not want to sit across the table from me. I will chew your ass up. And I listen, my latest victim is sitting there like, what happened? Like, you cannot be an advocate that you've done the work on yourself and sit across the table from me. Like you, it's the same thing. You cannot bullshit me. You cannot. I will sit across the table from you and be like, I'm calling out all your shit. Like you're not there. Like,
listen, Mar on one tonight. We ain't seen each other in 2 weeks.
I got all bottled up. Hey, listen, my relationship ended 2 weeks ago, man. I'm on one. So I'm like,
Lamar back in the streets, ladies. Watch out, Texas. Watch out, Texas. The outside. I'm just I'm drinking my water and minding my business because I don't even know about these dudes out here in the street because I'm looking at them like your girl gonna be single forever. I might just be like, yo, what is going on? Like, hey, we don't know.
I think I'm gonna be single for a long time too because I'm tired of investing in women. I'm tired of really kind of being, you know, trying to be a man. You know, I'm 53 years old. I'm thinking like, you know, man, maybe I want to share my life with somebody. This isn't it. Either somebody's putting some mojo on me, which I got an idea who it might be, and ain't none of my relationships gonna work. So bump it.
You just didn't meet the right woman. That's all. You just didn't meet the right. Trust me, you just didn't meet the right woman. Just like you meet the right man.
But I mean, I'm meeting ladies now that you gotta have reality. Where's the reality check? It's like
that's because you gotta get out of your state.
I probably do, but I'm just saying, just in general. So if I met a woman, she's 40 years old, she got 2 kids, and you off the bat, you demanding stuff, you know. But
old for that. You too old for 2 kids.
Her kids are like 19 and 23.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
like, you can't off the bat just be like all these questions, like, you know, like, what do you want? Are you dating for this? You dating for that? Man, listen, I'm trying to find a friend. If you can't be my friend, we can't talk about nothing else.
It's just so easy. Like I'm just at an age right now, like really, like I'm not arguing. I'm chilling. I just want to chill. I just want somebody to chill with. Like you got yourself together. I got myself together. We both just tired of the nonsense, and we coming together. We going out. We home. We don't need to be out in the streets. We both making our coins. We live in a decent neighborhood. We having sex on the regular. We just having a good time. Like it's not even as serious. It's just not even. It's just so easy. It's just to find the other person that has the same mindset. That's the hard part because it's like, yo, what is you talking about? Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
We got to have some similar interests, and that's one thing that
Yes.
I truly focus on. That is, I need, and again, I have some very specific and weird, interests. I like documentaries. I love sci-fi. I like comedy. I like sports. So pick the one that you like. But we got to have some similar interests, and I've been meeting some ladies lately that are definitely watching the news. Not watching local news, and can talk intelligently about it. That's the things that intrigue me. It's like, like, damn, you really, you
I need a creative. I need somebody creative. I'm very creative and I don't like people disturbing my creative space. And only another creative understands that when I'm editing for 12 hours and I got my headphones on, you're okay. Like I'm not ignoring you. I'm editing and I need a creative that likes photography, pictures, and graphics, and they don't have to be, but they just need to be like, oh, that's cool. Like, see that? I see.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is and I'm open to if it's something that is an interest like photography that I don't know, then I want to learn that. I'm at the age I want to learn something new. It's like teach me something. Be able to tell me what are your interests that they can become somewhat of my interest. And I think that that's how it should work at this age. But it can't be, you like to drink and I like to smoke weed, and it's like it's or if I smoke weed, you're looking at me like, I don't like that. That's not gonna work. It's just like those type of things.
We just have to. Yeah, I just, like I said, it's so easy in my mind right now because I'm at a place of peace. Like we could have a conversation. If I do something to bother you, you can let me know. And I really won't do it again. I'll be like, oh, okay, you ain't gotta worry about that no more. We ain't gonna bicker about it. We ain't gonna talk about 999 times.
Oh.
We gonna go to bed every night and we gonna have a good time. I ain't saying we're gonna have sex every night, but we gonna be comfortable. We're gonna be chilling. We're gonna really just be calm. Like I need my nervous system to stay regular. I don't need somebody to talk about what you're doing. I just need somebody that's like, I'm good, you good. Don't lie to me. I won't lie to you. Don't do no funny stuff. Don't be acting funny. Don't be cheating. And we good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just be open and transparent. Look, I got a funny story. I go to the doctor today to get my steroid shot. So I used the opportunity. I said, hey, doc, I said, can you, and so her assistant was in there as well doing my blood pressure. So I'm like, I said, can you feel my Viagra, prescription? And she was like, yeah. I said, can you give me more than 4 fucking pills? I said, because I'm running through them shits. They don't do nothing for nobody. So the assistant starts laughing like that. And so the doctor goes, how about I give you 30 pills? I said, okay. She's like, but you can't take more than 3 of these a week. I said, oh, I'll break them in half and just take them, once half of that. So, like that. I said, if I take a full one, I said, that wouldn't be fair to her. the assistant was just like,
prescribed you Viagra?
Huh?
Your doctor prescribed you Viagra?
Mm-hmm. I get Viagra. Listen, Viagra is motherfucker. Every once in a while, listen, so some chicks be getting punished. Like it just be like, it's a punishment. Then you might as well have your head, what's the old guillotine with your hands in the stirrups and stuff like that. You just
what is going on?
This is a beat down. I tell all my boys, I said, listen, do not take Viagra and have it with your main girl. Like if you say you married, you like, I'm gonna slip this Viagra in on her. That's an argument, buddy. You about to do something that you are not known for. She's gonna better be a whole bunch of questions out of that. You be like, who you getting these for? How long you been doing this? Why am I? You don't want that can of worms. So
unless you discuss it with her that I want to.
You need to be like,
talk to my doctor.
Be like, hey, baby, I want to talk to my doctor about Viagra. Really think about trying it. Don't just show up with that shit because she's gonna be looking like you've been doing it on the low. because it is an immediate difference. I'm telling you, it is. You are 17, and I am not a spokesperson for it.
No.
My guys, they be talking, they be like, man, every guy's all macho, when it comes to your dick. Everybody's all macho. I don't understand. It's like, man, we're 53. Like, listen, if I could buy a pair of tennis shoes that would make me jump a little higher, that I could windmill dunk instead of just regular dunking, wouldn't you do it? I'd do it. So, like, this nigga's windmilling everything around here.
Ooh, oh my goodness. If you just tuned in, I hope you don't even know. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know how we got there. That was not the question. But we go, sometimes we go all the way left or all the way right. But you know what, Lamar's on one. I'm your host, Tray Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
We're going to get to our next segment. Lord have mercy. And we're going to move on to our next segment. Blue Sapphire said Lamar is on one tonight. Yes, he is.
I missed y'all.
We missed y'all. We're going to get to our next segment. Let's sip on that. Where we do our celebrity relationship news. So let's pull this up.
Something. I did things the correct way the first time. I fell in love. I got 2 rings in my fingers. I lasted 7 years. 7 years that I didn't have to last with somebody with. I lasted 7 years in a marriage. Stop saying, oh, but you're still married. No, I'm legally separated. The only reason why I'm still married is because somebody wants me to pay for the taxes. Y'all want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love shit. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it. So that's what I'm going through in life. However, I'm not gonna live my life. Y'all want me to remarry and stuff, to have another baby and stuff like that? I'm doing things how what makes me happy. I did it the right way the first time. Guess what? When you separate from somebody, one thing about it is I don't like broken homes. I don't like broken homes. But guess what? Kids, like my kids, they don't give a fuck. You wanna know why my kids don't give a fuck? Because their life have not changed. I'm separated from their dad. It's been a year, and their life have not changed. They wake up at the same time. They have fun at the same time. They eat whatever they want. They do whatever the fuck they want.
What you got to say about that, Lamar? He trying to hold her hostage.
She has every right to be that angry. I mean, she's the victim. I mean, she was the wife. She did everything right. She wasn't out cheating. And that's why she's dragging him through the mud and publicly, and she is shaming him in the most humiliating way that a man wants to see his wife, and in that way. But it's kind of like he did it. So, I don't know. It's messy.
What I don't agree with, like if you go back and look at that video on some of the platforms, a lot of the men are saying ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, and women do this all the time and blah, blah, blah. I believe that anybody who wants to take advantage of somebody is a piece of crap. Like, I believe this for men and women. I don't believe women should take men for something that they did not contribute to. Like if you came into a marriage and your husband was already a multi-millionaire, you shouldn't come in and be trying to get half in the house and pay my taxes and my attorneys. So, and it's just so low. And I'm sorry to say it's for a man that came into this marriage and pretended to be something that he's not. Because clearly, if you pushing up on her for money, you ain't got none. Because if you got your own money, you ain't holding nobody hostage because you want out just as bad as they do. You know what I'm saying? So where your money at? And this woman has your 3 kids. Like she's maintaining with your 3 kids. They ain't missing a beat. So she's doing endorsements. Like, and one thing I'm gonna say, I don't like the trashy stuff that she does, like the trashy, twerking, pregnant, nasty, but she's selling what people are buying. And I can't be mad at that because there's a demand for it and she's smart enough to capitalize off it because she did this video, Baddies Bodega video, and them people was out there. So she has found her people. So she don't really care about my opinion to say she trashy, that's nasty. She don't care about that because she's like, I'm not doing this for you. You don't have to look at me. But these people over here, while I'm out here doing this song and with this nasty naked thing she had on with her areola showing, these people are. She's doing a marketing genius scheme right now on these people, and they are out here. They're going to buy that album, and I can't be mad at her. So all of this that she's doing, this woman is working hard, even when she's pregnant. And for you to want her to pay your taxes and you want her to give you a property.
But she would have been so much better viewed had she not got pregnant. I mean, she left a very known serial cheater to go to an even worse known serial cheater, so it's like,
but she's living on her terms, though.
But you have every right to do what you're going to do and sleep with who you're going to sleep with. But the fact that it's a lot. The key word of today is raw dogging. It's a lot of y'all doing a lot of raw dogging out here, man. Y'all need to cut it out. Just
swapping body fluid. That's scary to me.
Yeah, that's just like, man. Like, listen, go have your fun, but be an adult and be responsible. Protect yourself. Protect the parties within. Everything.
And I just think this too, and this is me as a professional life coach and relationship expert. Now, Cosmopolitan called me that. I didn't call myself that. She's operating out of brokenness. Like, you need to go heal because you're making decisions out of an unhealthy place. And most women that go through breakups, we handle it hard. And we either go all the way like a dude and start just sleeping around, or we go all the way into depression instead of going to get the help that we need. And I think that she's operating out of anger. She's operating out of a lot of denial. Like, she's going through and again, I always say this, a breakup is the death of a relationship. And we all go through the grieving phases as if somebody has passed because the relationship passed. So she's been through the denial. And I think right now she's stuck in anger. So she's taking her anger out and trying to look happy. You're not happy about this whole situation. And you have to be honest about that and not say, I'm living life on my terms and I did it the right way the first time. You did it the right way the first time with the wrong sucker. So don't punish yourself by going out here having baby by baby and baby by man, because you're not hurting him. Because in the end, you're going to be stuck with 4 babies because Stefan Diggs, is that his name? He's not going to be in the house with you helping with them. And I know you got money for nannies and all of that. But your children want their mother. Your children want their father. And we have to be very careful when we are operating from a place of brokenness, from somebody hurting us and claiming that we're healed. Because you're not. Because if you were healed, you would be valuing and honoring your body and waiting for the right man to come along. And you wouldn't be saying, I did it right the first time. Again, you did it right the first time with the wrong man. Now it's a little hard now with 4 kids for the right man to come along and with you out here exposing your.
Yeah, there is. You should be very protective of your personal life now. And there is no marriage. There is no man's coming in to be a father to 4 kids, but with 2 different men. Nobody's doing it.
I'm not saying nobody, because I've seen people.
Well, he's probably got 4 kids, and that's going to be very disruptive, and that's going to happen a little later in your life. Right now, focus on your babies. You got a new baby on the way, which you should have been more responsible. It's just mind blowing how people just have kids and they go like, where's your baby daddy?
Right. No, and we have to change that narrative of the importance of the children's fathers being in their life. And we saw Nick Cannon now, who has totally backtracked. Like, oh, if I knew what I knew then, I wouldn't have. And you know what? And I'm so mad at those women for allowing this to happen to those children on their watch. Because knew
No,
that the man was out here acting a fool.
but every one of those women had their own agenda, and it was all by money. And that's what I'm saying is that every time you're going to put money as the deciding factor, you're never going to get the right information. You're never going to get it. So, I think Nick should have kept that himself because his children are going to grow up in the internet. Once you say it, it lives. So now you've given children to bully and all these type of things, and all you had to do just shut up. Oh,
That's
you didn't have to say that. You now your kids got to go to school with somebody going like, "Damn, your daddy didn't even want you."
that part.
Come on, man. It's like yeah, we got to start thinking, and we got both parties got to start acting appropriate like adults. And what you can make a mistake, but you got to start accountability and own it and stop running to social media to air out these things. And that's the problem with celebrities, that they need the attention, and every so often you'll see certain celebrities like, yeah, I haven't heard from them in a little while. Boom, they do something. They're here. Now you're talking about them again.
Right. Yeah,
That's great.
I think that was the wrong thing to say. And
Mhm.
I just think that sometimes there's a season of silence in your life when you're reflecting, so that when you do come back and talk about it, you use the right language. You don't use the language of regret of having these babies and they have to hear that. You use the language of accountability of, if I was thinking, I would have had more consideration for my children and the time that I would want to spend with them, not I would regret this and that. So anyway, Cardi B, we wish you well. And I want to just show one more thing before we get to our next segment. Let us show this. I want to say congratulations to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky welcoming baby number 3, their beautiful girl named Rocky Iris Myers. This is good news. So let's just say congratulations and clap it up for them. And we pray and we hope that they stay out of the media and they focus more on their family dynamic, which they've been doing very well. And there hasn't been any, outburst or anything like that. So I pray that they continue down that path and that their relationship will stay healthy and that their children would have both parents. So I just want to say congratulations to them because I
Get married now. Shit, you got 3 kids.
think they might be married.
I think that the dynamics of that relationship works because he is willing to take the feminine role.
But I think they might be married already.
I mean, could be. I mean, he's very feminine in that perception. That's just me. He just.
I think he's being himself. And
Well, I mean, again, I think that the modern day Gen Z guy is going to be a little bit more feminine than the Generation X, man. So, I'm just a Generation X man, and I'm looking at a Gen Z, and he looks a little feminine to me.
well, they're millennials.
Oh, millennials, okay, even worse, even worse.
So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New Nation Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tray Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And you can find us on Instagram. I'm at Tray Kearney, and he's
MAR_T_HALL13.
And if you are enjoying this right now, there is a button, a thank you button, and a super chat underneath. You can hit that thank you button, that $sign, make a small donation or a large donation, and it keeps us going. Make sure you comment, make sure you like and share so you move us up in the algorithm. If you are on TikTok, join us over on YouTube on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel so we can see you next week and you can see Lamar. With our final segment so Lamar can get to bed, with our Beauty and the Beast segment where we give you a health and wellness tip of the week. Lamar, what is your health and wellness tip?
So this is kind of just something I thought it was very interesting. I ran across it. So we know, sugar. We all love sugar, but do we really know how bad and how addictive sugar is? So sugar in a baby's brain is called ADHD. Sugar in an adult's brain is called dementia. Sugar in your eyes is glaucoma. Sugar in your sleep. So if you have too much sugar in your bloodstream trying to sleep, it causes insomnia. And sugar in your blood is diabetes.
Wow.
So excess sugar in your body is called cancer.
Ooh.
So that's how dangerous sugar is. So as you get older, I'm not telling you not to enjoy sugar, but don't be sugar dependent.
That was so good. So mine, of course, is mental. Lamar usually does body. I usually do mental. So mine is, and again, the disclaimer is anything that we give you guys is just a tip. Ask your doctor if you're going to change your diet. Ask your therapist if you're going to change your mindset. But everything is your decision. We are not physicians or psychiatrists. So mine is all about community. A lot of times we're going through things that we think we're by ourselves, whether it be cancer, whether it be autism, whether it be divorce, whatever it may be, there's somebody else out there to support you. So my suggestion for your mental health is get into community. Find a community of people that are going through what you're going through and hold each other up. So I have a community for autism moms and special needs moms that I just really launched again, and it's called the Circle of Love, where we're just going to support each other, because once we started the new show that we have, Lamar, on the New You Nation Network, Special Needs Moms, I saw the need. I see how many moms are depressed, how many need help, and I understand the power of community. So even for men, find a community to get in. Like Lamar said, he meets with his brothers every now and then. They go have wings. That's community, and they talk about things. They talk about men things. So find community, community, community. So we're going to give our final thought and get up out of here. Lamar, what is your final thought for the night?
My final thought is just listening to all of y'all. Y'all need to start taking y'all health serious and stop being raw dog, man. Y'all can't cut this out, man. This is not good. So as we are too old to be getting diseases and making babies and all this other stuff, we be responsible, have fun, but be responsible. It's not that big of a difference between unprotected and protected sex. So you might lose me, Trim. I got my computer's about to die. So
okay, so my final thought is enjoy life. Change is inevitable. Embrace change, because change is the only growth requires change. That is my final thought. Growth requires change. So we'll see you guys next week. Please tune in, share. Hit that like button, subscribe, and remember that we love you. And if you're looking for love, are you really ready when you find it? So get yourself together. So we love y'all. Peace and blessings.